You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy, you're stressed out, tired. Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233244941 or 00233200606 and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prum Prum Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
The best radio show.
Broadcasting worldwide, online 24/7.
All around the world. In your car.
At work.
At home.
On your smartphone.
This is Starr Radio UK.
Are you ready to turn it up?
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Your heart is aching. Smile even though it's breaking. When there are clouds in the sky, you get by. If you smile through your fear and sorrow, smile and maybe tomorrow you find that life is still worthwhile if you just smile. Hey, this is Archie and you are listening to Starr Radio UK and the Morning Show.
Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Welcome.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We want to salute each and every one of you and welcome you to the Starr Radio UK Friday edition of the morning show. Today is Friday, the 5th of... today, Friday, what did I say because it's Friday? The 6th of February, the year 2026. So I'm not going to say 2025, so you can get me. Yeah, right. Okay, and it is the morning show, and I remain yours sincerely, as you heard, the one and only.
This is the morning show with Archie.
For the late start of the program, it was due to some technical hitches here and there, but hey, the technical team were up and running and sorted everything out because we couldn't have just said that we're not going to be bringing you the program. So wherever you are this morning listening to us, I want to salute each and every one of you, and once again I say welcome to the program. Atakofi, good morning. Niana Joe, good morning. Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GL Accountancy Services, our money man, good morning. He's going to be joining me exactly at 12:30 if time permits him. I know that he's been busy last week, a couple of weeks now he's been that busy, but hey, he's promising to be in today. So let's see, keeping fingers and everything crossed. To my able producer, Mr. Francis Guy, good morning to you. Bishop Additional, good morning. Delta Hammond, good morning. Says, hope you are all doing very, very well. Across the globe, wherever you are all listening to us, all protocol observed. We love you to bits and thank you very much for being there, holding our backs and pushing us and urging us on to bring you everything that we are able to do. But once again, let me say good morning to you wherever you might be. All right then. So by way of program, I'm bringing you the quote for the day, the weather forecast will follow to then the travel up. Then we'll move on from there to have a look at some stories making the rounds across the globe. That is known as global trotting. Then after which, we continue with the conversation. The line will be activated exactly at 12 o'clock today. instead of our normal time of 1:45, 12 o'clock, the line will be activated. We'll continue with our discussion. At 12:30, if time permits, we have our money man who will be joining in to bring you the money hour. So wherever you are this morning listening to us, do me a massive favor, share the broadcast with your friends and loved ones and invite them to like our pages once again. All right then. So the quote for the day says what? There is the quote that we have to, and then my producer didn't turn the page, so I was still looking at the 5th. Okay, so the 6th of February, and what have I got for you? Discomfort is necessary for great changes. Discomfort is necessary for great changes, and that is by way of the quote for the day. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Moving on straight. Yes. Not missing anything when it comes to the program. Yes, we're going to make sure we bring you everything. Yes, on the weather front for today, Friday, and of course, over the weekend, this is how the weather is going to be for you, for those of you in London and southeastern part of England. Well, this afternoon, the rain will break up in scattered showers, but it will remain largely cloudy and milder. Tonight, the cloud and showers will soon clear northwards, leaving clear spells for a time. Later in the night, another area of cloud and rain will move in from the south. Top temperature is going to be 11 degrees. The lowest is going to be 7 degrees. So, UV level low, pollution low, sunset 16:59, and sunrise for tomorrow morning 07:32 hours. Now, when it comes to the weekend weather for you as well, this is how the weather is going to be for you. For Saturday, tomorrow, we'll see a cloudy and damp day once more, with a few spells of rain continuing to drift in at times throughout the day. Now, areas of fog will linger on Sunday morning around thick low cloud. Some bright spells will begin to break through later in the day, with a small chance of the odd shower too. Well, temperatures for the weekend, Saturday 11 tops, Sunday 12 tops, and the lowest 6 degrees there. So by way of the weather forecast, that's what you're going to be getting this morning. And let's move on straight to the travel update as well. For those of you in London using the underground this morning, well, I can tell you all the lines are running good, apart from the Jubilee line that has minor delays on the entire line. So please check before you embark on your journey. Also, DLR, London Tramlink, London Overground is all running good service there as well. Moving on to some of the other areas that's pertaining to the major roads in London. Apart from the A12 that is experiencing serious delays, all the others have no exceptional delays there. And yes, now the river bus is running a good service. The London cable car, good service there as well. Moving on straight to the final segment of the travel update. That is the National Rail. As I say, keep your eyes on the roads. Keep your eyes on the roads as keeping navigated, I promise, our bond. So on the National Rail this morning, Avanti West Coast, Gatwick Express, Great Western Railway, Heathrow Express, and Southern are all offering special service. That aside, all the others are running a good service, as I would say. And then, let me put it this way, as normally, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good dawn to you, wherever you might be on planet Earth, and those of you on other planets as well. We say, enjoy your commute for today. But you know what? Continue to keep your eyes where? On the roads. All right then. Let's take a break, and once we come back, I'll be bringing you no other but taking you on Global Trotting. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial. A quick commercial break, and we'll be back with you. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy, JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
You are listening to Starr Radio Morning Show.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to exactly 11:33, and let's go Global Trotting. And what have I got news for you? Oh yeah, I got more. Yemen. Okay, from the UK front, top government figures to hand over private messages with Mandelson. Sir Keir Starmer faces pressure to release sensitive files about Lord Mandelson's appointment as U.S. ambassador. In other stories as well, 3 African countries agrees to UK migrant return after visa penalty threat. And then Sir Elton John gives evidence on truly sickening press intrusion. Average house prices tops 300,000 for first time, says Halifax. Have you got your foot on the property ladder? And if not, how much struggling is going on for you to get in there? Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. Now, moving on to other parts of the world as well. US and Iran talks to begin as fears of direct conflict continue. The US has built up military presence in the Middle East in response to Iran's violent crackdown on protests. But would they or wouldn't they? More than 30 killed in blasts at Pakistan mosque, officials have said. And in Russia, Russian general shot several times in Moscow. Ooh. Canada and France to open Greenland consulate after Trump demands. And then Trump endorses Japan's Takashi ahead of snap election. Why is she calling a snap election? And that was one that the Prime Minister saw only a couple of days ago, sometime last week. U.S. police believe Savannah Guthrie, missing mother, is still out there. Please, if anybody knows anything about her, why don't we get in touch and let her be known, and then she can be rescued or brought home. Maybe suffering dementia or something of the sort. We're not very sure of it. Now, Amazon shares fall as it joins big tech AI spending spree. Well. And Norway investigates former Prime Minister Jagland over alleged Epstein links. Epstein is in the grave, but behind the grave or beyond the grave, oh boy, he's causing lots of trouble. Let me leave it that way. All right, and now moving on to the African front. There as well, dozens of Muslims massacred in Nigeria for refusing to join jihadists, says governor. Okay, so now Trump cannot come and say, well, they are attacking only the Christians. So maybe a Muslim leader, also, yes, an Islamic leader or a country that is so the Islamic can say that we are also going to bomb those people who are attacking or come together to do it. But what do you think? All right then. In other stories, Trump backs Chago's handover deal, says number 10. Today, he is in for it. Tomorrow, he says it's stupidity in the first degree. So, what exactly is going on? What I brought about this turnaround? We're going to be telling you more about that. Kagame criticizes international threats against Rwanda as U.S. sanctions looms. And Iran, U.S. prepare for talks in Oman as a Morocco flood disaster. Sir El Kabir underwater as 140,000 forced to flee. Those are some of the stories making the rounds there in Nigeria. The power of frosters. Showore slams Trump for recognizing Remi Tinubu at prayer breakfast. Nigeria keys into 7.7 trillion global halal market as national economy strategy is launched. Well, is it giving them money? Do we say when it comes to government or government sacrificing on this stuff that the end justifies the means? What do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Star Radio UK. Detailed account of how U.S. Marshals arrested held former Maslock CEO. Well, so coming away from Star Radio UK. And Rene Mikotoka. That's one of the questions that I'm meant to be asking. Do you think renaming Kotoka International Airport will bring about any difference? Or is it that acknowledging? So why don't we then acknowledge it and call it Kwame Nkrumah International Airport then? After all, he built it, right? Okay, let's see. Well. It is all coming away from Starr Radio UK. And then, yesterday, as we did announce, a Agrada sentence of 15 years has been, lowered or brought down to 12 months. So let's see how that also augurs there. And it is time to ensure Africa's natural resources serve its people, project their dignity. Ablakwa is saying it's very wonderful and true to say those things. But the question is, are our leaders prepared to do that and stand by what they are doing? That is the big question. Let me say good morning to Vicky Newton. Vicky, I hope you are doing very, very, very well. And say hello to the family from me as well. Have a lovely day, as you've also said. And thank you. All right then. Now, Council of State member denies claims of blocking legal mining in Eastern region. Well, we'll be talking more about all that. But let's take a break. And once we come back, we'll be diving deeper into the stories that we put across this morning. Don't touch the dial. Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Getting onto the property ladder has never been easy until now. Join us this and every Thursday from 7 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. live on the Property Hour Show on Starr Radio UK, where we talk to mortgage brokers, property developers, estate agents, landlord, tenant, property consultants on how to invest or get into the property business and make money. You can't afford to miss this. The Property Hour Show is your best source into the property industry.
Tune in to On Point here on Starr Radio UK with Empress Regina every Monday at 5 p.m. GMT. Looking forward to your company.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Starr, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse.
Welcome back to the program Star Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London.
Enlighten your day with Star Radio.
All right then, let's move on and dive deeper into the stories that we are looking at this morning. Wherever you might be, as we say, from archaeology to zoology, from Accra to Zanzibar, if it's making the headlines, be rest assured of one thing: we will bring it to the fore. So, you want to share with us what is going on, or maybe you have any comments to make pertaining to what we are discussing, or a view, or whatever it is, feel free and post it on the platform that we are broadcasting on. And then, just after 12, the line will be activated so that you can add your voice to the discussions if need be. Then we continue from there, and exactly at 12:30 we have a money man joining in. Then at 1 o'clock exactly we bring the curtains down for the end of the program. But once again, welcome to the Friday edition of the morning show. Yes. Now let's move on. Kicking off from home here in the UK, what are some of the stories making the round? Peter Mandelson. Oh, because of Epstein. Well, that can cost the Prime Minister's job. But let's see. As I was saying yesterday, do you think the end justifies the means when it comes to international or interest? Because you look at what was going on there. If you look at what was going on there, then there is an issue. There is an issue there as well, because the Prime Minister was looking at the bigger picture. This was after the UK's ambassador to the US then was fired. I've forgotten the name of this individual. Trump was like, I don't want him, and because he has said something against Trump, and Trump was, blowing fumes through his ears and everything. So now the Prime Minister had to make a move. And looking through the system and everything, he found out that there was one person who can actually be able to deliver on that promises. Now, can you just imagine latter part of last year, when there was that hacking in Jaguar Land Rover and the plant wasn't working, and how much that actually, just that plant, affected the economy of the UK. So, with Trump's tariff that he was threatening, blowing, or whatever, and then the Prime Minister thought, okay, this person, and when I say this person, I'm talking about Peter Mandelson, is one who will fit in, because in the past he's delivered on very, very strong. Now, forget about the fact that he was back in the day sending messages, or how do we even put that one, to leaking state secrets to Epstein there. And that one bringing him, making Epstein make more money, or he has inside info pertaining to what is going on. But then when he appointed Peter Mandelson, it brought about a different ball game, and everything started coming together nicely. And now the UK had to now be able to sigh a breath of it. At least now we are much better. Even then, we are looking at the case where when after this Epstein file started coming out and Peter Mandelson's name was mentioned, initially when the UK or the various opposition parties were saying that he needs to be moved, or even the Labour Party, members of the Labour Party were saying that he needs to be sacked, or Trump threatened. But I know why he didn't go further, because if he had gone further, they would say that he is protecting somebody who has also been involved in the Epstein, and because he wants to disassociate himself with the Epstein incident. Now we're talking about 2.5 million other files that have not been released, and somebody whose name has been mentioned how many times? More than 20,000 times. So I ask the question, does the end justify the means? If it helped majority of the people in the country, it helped our economy to move forward, and now we can say a bit of a bread of relief. Do we persecute the Prime Minister for saying that he didn't do diligent and people pushing for him to leave? And that's why I say to all the Labour MPs who are back there, say, yeah, we need to get him out and blah, blah, blah. Remember back in the day, what happened to the Conservative Party? Oh, Theresa May, let's get her out, and they managed to get her out. Then we had it, who came in? Then we have Boris Johnson coming in. Oh, Boris Johnson had a cake, what do you call it? Cheese and wine party during the lockdown. We have to get rid of him because he lied, and then because of cheese and wine. So they got rid of him, and then everything started tumbling down. Then we had how many? We had what do we call her? Liz Truss coming in, and then we had the former Prime Minister. What is his name as well? So at the end of the day, we came back and we said, what a mess has the Conservative Party made and its impact on the UK's economy. So are we not learning from the mistakes that were done just a few years back, a couple of years back, and its impact? Well, I don't know whether maybe people want to cut their nose to spite their faces, but I want to hear from you. What do you think about this? Senior figures in Prime Minister Keir Starmer's government are preparing to hand over all private messages with Lord Mandelson amid widespread anger over his appointment as the UK's ambassador to the US. The Prime Minister has been under pressure to disclose the files after police launched a criminal investigation into claims Lord Mandelson passed sensitive government information to convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein. Now, on Thursday, Keir apologized to the victims of Epstein for believing Lord Mandelson's lies and appointing him when the peer's friendship with the pedophile was already public knowledge. But despite the Prime Minister's attempt to defuse the row, some of his own MPs are calling on him to stand down. That is where I say, hey, sit up and smell the coffee. Now, speaking on a radio show this morning, the Migration Minister Mike Tabb said, although this was a difficult time for the government, he had confidence in the Prime Minister and pleased to see that the government will be completely transparent with this. Tabb said. Now, no, I'm not talking about Mr. Tabiri. That's Tabbs, but this is Tabb. Okay. Now, we'll release the files, for example, the vetting files, to show just how deceitful and Wesley Peter Mandelson was and demonstrate the lies that he told. So did he say that, you know what, we were friends, but we were not like, yeah, back in the day I was visiting him, yes, I sent a few messages here and there, but I mean, looking at him in his underpants, just standing there, I mean, very casual or leisurely in one of the Epstein's the houses or homes in New York back in the day when Jeffrey Epstein was in prison. I mean, you can only do that when the person is your true friends, but they couldn't disassociate themselves from him, and this is what has been brought back. We have the Prime Minister Keir Starmer, who wasn't friends with Epstein at all. His name has not been mentioned. We cannot, but because of Epstein, see what is happening to him and his position. But what do you think, ladies and gentlemen? This is Starr Radio UK, and this is your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. All right then. So do you think the Prime Minister should step down or step aside because of his appointment of Epstein, or what? In other stories making around, 3 African countries have agreed to take back foreign offenders and illegal migrants after the UK Home Secretary threatened them with visa penalties in December. Following threats from Shabana Mahmood, Namibia and Angola agreed to cooperate on returns. The Home Secretary has now also secured cooperation from the Democratic Republic of Congo. My message is clear. If foreign government refuse to accept the return of their citizens, then they will face consequences, she said following the agreement. The UK government had previously warned it would stop granting visas to people from Angola, Namibia and DRC if their government did not improve cooperation on removals. The Home Office had said that returns from DRC, Angola and Namibia were being frustrated with paperwork not being processed or people being required to sign their own documents, giving them an effective veto. It had warned that the three countries face penalties for their unacceptably poor and obstructive return process. While setting out changes to the UK's asylum system in November, Mahmoud said visa penalties will be applied to countries that failed to cooperate with return policies. Penalties include an emergency break on visas for countries with high asylum claims until they take back citizens in the UK illegally. All right then. It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. Now moving on to other stories. One more making the rounds this morning from Starr Radio UK at 6 minutes to the top of the hour. At 12 o'clock, as I did say, we're going to be opening the line for you to join in. Well, average house prices have, should I say, shot within through the roof, or okay, let me say, because I know Vicky, she's involved in real estate. So, Vicky, what do you think? Average house prices have risen about 300,000 for the first time, according to Halifax. The UK's biggest mortgage lender said the average UK property price rose to 300,077 in January, describing it as a milestone and potentially daunting for first-time buyers. However, it was said wage growth had outstripped house prices inflation since 2022, which may help affordability. Lenders have also been competing for first-time buyers in recent weeks by releasing products that require a smaller deposit. On Thursday, the Bank of England hinted at interest rate cuts coming this year, which should also help to lower mortgage rates. Now, Karen Noy, a mortgage expert at wealth management company Quilter, said that while average houses price crossing the 300,000 threshold might be good news for current homeowners, it's yet another nail in the coffin for first-time buyers already battling stretched affordability. So, if you're a first-time buyer, you are yet to get your foot on the property ladder, what are the chances? Are you going to be living in mommy's and daddy's place or grandma's place? Or what do you think is the way forward? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Now, in other stories making the round this morning in the US healthcare needs fixing, but there's no agreement on how to do it. These are the same people who are thinking of coming to fix that of the UK. The hospital are giving him $160,000 bill for the treatment. King, a former pastor, did not have standard health insurance from his employer, only a cost-sharing alternative plan. That said, it will not cover the procedure. It was pretty traumatic, said a 66-year-old from Lawrence, Kansas, who knew that less than 1 day procedure in and out of the hospital could destroy us financially. So what do people like that do? They just suck up to it, just sit there and boom, 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 boom. The time you say Jack, they are gone. Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. The President Donald Trump has said he can replace an expiring US-Russia arms control deal with a better agreement that includes China, a move that will upend a decades-long arrangement between the world's biggest nuclear powers. But as Washington and Moscow seeks a path forward following the expiration of an Obama-era treaty on Thursday, former senior U.S. officials said and analysts warned that a new deal could take years and face major hurdles if the administration wants China and Russia to cooperate. The expiration of the Strategic Arms Reduction Treaty, known as the New START, left the U.S. and Russia without major guardrails and their nuclear weapons program for the first time in the 21st century. The development has raised concerns of a new nuclear weapons buildup, pitting Russia and China against a Western alliance which has shown signs of cracking since Trump's return to office. We are not turning our backs on each other yet, Rose Gottemoeller, the chief Obama administration negotiator for the New START, said in an interview, but it is a dangerous moment. Nevertheless, because there is nothing planned. What are the next steps going to be? That is the question. Are we going to see everybody say, you know what, I don't want to sign up to know nothing. But you know, all that I want to do is just go on and just build our arms and fortify ourselves. Because as we know now, the stronger you are, the more armed you are, the powerful you become, and nobody can just go on bullying you or pushing you to the left or to the right. But bringing China on, and especially knowing what China is doing at the moment, do you think that is a right move? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Well, we're going to be having our money man joining in. Yes, and that will be exactly at 12:30. All right then. But now, okay. Well, let me say good morning once again to our money man, or good afternoon now. It's 12 o'clock, so good afternoon to our money man, Mr. Dan Tabiri, who's the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. Is going to be joining us this afternoon, and we'll be, yes, talking about this guy's remuneration. What is it? Was it topical? Why is it topical? What are the risk factors and what to watch out for? So if you have a disguised remuneration, every time I have that, it's a mouthful, right? What do? How do you account for it? And if the tax master finds it, what happens to you? You want to know more, you got to set you. Because for those of you living here in the UK, it's going to be applying to you. So I give you £100 every week. How do you account for that? Cash, you know. Yeah, man. All right, then. So we'll be looking at that. But wherever you are, Starr Radio UK. Let's move on to some other stories making. Okay. Some other stories making the rounds this morning. Well, if you're an investor, Amazon has announced plans to invest $200 billion in artificial intelligence and infrastructure, becoming the latest U.S. tech giant to set out a sharp rise in spending. It dwarfs the $125 billion Amazon spent on A1 last year, and appeared to rattle investors who sent the company's shares down more than 11% in after-hours trade. Now this week, big tech major players Amazon, Meta, Google, and Microsoft collectively announced they will this year plow $650 billion into AI and related projects. However, some high-profile names in finance and technology have warned that AI is at risk of becoming a bubble which could burst. So if China comes in and try to have a very easy and less costly way to produce all these things, you will see the market, the AI market, tumbling down like no man's business. But well, we'll be looking at it in the next few moments later on, though. But it's all coming away from Starr Radio UK. It's your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. Let's move on. Well, as I said, the line is activated. You want to call us, feel free to do so. It is Starr Radio UK via Teams from now until 12:30, where we take a break and then we'll have our money man on. So please stay tuned. Don't touch the dial.
Call the studio now.
It is Starr Radio UK on Teams.
Call the studio now.
So, senior US and Iranian officials are in Oman for talks amid a crisis that has raised fears of a military confrontation between the two countries. The discussions come after U.S. military build-up in the Middle East in response to Iran's violent repression of nationwide anti-government protests. Last month, the human rights group says killed many thousands of people. But the scope of the talks, which are believed to be indirect, remained unclear, with both countries far apart in their positions amid mutual mistrust. The hope was that, if successful, the discussions could lead to a framework for negotiations. The U.S., which is demanding Iran freezes its nuclear program and discards its stockpile of enriched uranium, has said that the talks in Oman should also involve Iran's ballistic missiles, the country's support for regional armed groups, and its treatment of its citizens. Now, Iran, however, has said the discussion will be limited to its nuclear program, and it's unclear if these differences have been resolved. Now, Oman said its foreign minister had held separate discussions with Iranian Foreign Minister Abbas Archie and U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law and emissary Jared Kushner on Friday morning. It said the consultation focused on preparing the appropriate conditions for resuming diplomatic and technical negotiations. The last round of talks between the U.S. and Iran over its nuclear program had been scheduled for June 2025, but collapsed after Israel's surprise attack on Iran. So let's see who is going to blink first. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. You know, interestingly, if you look at the situation in Ukraine, where initially Ukraine had the power to get the nuclear weapons and everything. They had everything. But when they after the breakdown of the USSR, and then Ukraine came out, and all those various Eastern Bloc countries came out of it, there was a negotiation where the US, I don't know whether yes, and Russia, they all guaranteed that, look, we will make sure we protect you. You will not have any use of these nuclear weapons that you want, if you want to continue to develop, and then we will do that, so you'll be protected. However, what happened? Now we find out that along the line, now Russia started to look at Ukraine and was eyeing them. As Trump has said, Vladimir says that Ukraine is the apple of his eye. So eyeing them, looking at they moving gradually to the Western Bloc, and they thought, no, we shall same border with you, we won't allow you to do so. And that brought about the fact that Ukraine wanted to join NATO, the EU, and all that. And that brought about this war, because Russia was saying, we're not going to allow enemies to come and put up what weapons or nuclear or whatever, just at our borders. We'll fight that. And that's brought about this war. Okay? Now, if you tell Iran that Iran, don't amass these weapons, don't build nuclear weapons, and because of that, maybe you say, oh, we will not do anything to you. So, surrender all the nuclear programs, the stockpile of enriched uranium, just discard them, and then let's leave everybody just like that. Do you think they trust what is being said? Because it's the same thing that was told Ukraine. And now see Ukraine on its knees, begging. So can you just imagine if Ukraine has also got nuclear weapons? Do you think they would just go there and just, Russia would have just gone in and just done that to them? No. Everybody would die. But because they took that or surrendered all the stockpile of enriched uranium that they would have in the nuclear program and everything, see where they find themselves. So do you think if you come to somebody and say, stop that, and just diplomatically the person will stop? No, I don't think so. Look at North Korea, who dare want to go and just attack them? Because they've got the capability. Boy. But what do you think about all that? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, 9 minutes past the top of the hour at the time, the morning show, the program. I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. As I do say, get yourself a hot or cold drink, whichever is appropriate, and let's take this journey, not only to the unknown, but to where? Starr Radio UK, and of course, myself, making sure we bring you everything to the fore, right? Good. Starr Radio UK. Now, in Russia as well, a high-profile general in Russia's military has been shot several times and wounded in Moscow. Lieutenant General Vladimir Alexeyev was immediately taken to hospital after the attack in a residential block of flats on the northwestern outskirts of the Russian capital, and his condition is unknown. Alexeyev is number 2 in the main directorate of Russia GRU military intelligence and the latest high-ranking military figure to have been targeted in the capital since the full-scale invasion of Ukraine began almost 4 years ago. He was placed under European Union and UK sanctions after the GRU was accused of being behind the 2018 NEV agents attack in Salisbury in the UK. The victim has been hospitalized at one of the city's hospital, says Svetlana Petrinok of Russia's investigation committee, who said it opened a criminal case for attempted murder. Who attempted that? The gunman fled and investigators searched CCTV footage for clues and began interviewing witnesses. A neighbor of Alexia said that she had been woken up by the sound of several shots and had then heard another neighbor screaming for help. This is all I heard. Other neighbors rushed out too. They asked how they could help and should they call ambulance and police, but she had already called them. Alexeyev has played a significant role during the war in Ukraine, taking part in the talks with Ukraine during the Russia siege of the city of Mariupol in 2022. He was also sent to negotiate with the head of the Wagner mercenary group, Yevgeny Prigozhin, who led a short and bloody mutiny in June 2023. His boss at the GRU, Igor Kostyukov, had been in charge of Russia's negotiating team, taking part in talks on security issues with the US and Ukraine in Abu Dhabi. A Kremlin spokesperson, Dmitry Peskov, said President Vladimir Putin was being briefed on the shooting. We wish, first of all, that the general survives and recovers. We hope that will be the case, he told reporters. It is not yet known who was behind the shooting on Friday morning in a residential block on the Volokolomask highway in Moscow. But Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov accused Ukraine. Of course, they'll straight on accuse Ukraine. Who are your nemesis? It's Ukraine, of course. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 minutes by the top of the hour at a time, the morning show, the program. But where would it all end? It looks like total destruction is the only solution. A quote from the late Bob Marley's song. But what do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. Oh, this story Okay, let's move on here. Now, Donald Trump has endorsed Japan's Prime Minister Sani Takahashi ahead of a snap election to her country on Sunday. Do you think that is a good one, or because of his threats? Well, Takahashi has already proven to be a strong, powerful, and wise leader, one that truly loves her country. While it is rare for U.S. president to publicly back candidates in foreign election, Trump has done so before, endorsing Argentina's Javier Milei and Hungary's Viktor Orban most recently. Now, Takahashi has quoted the U.S. president as Tokyo seeks more stability in its relationship with Washington, its closest ally, in the wake of Trump's tariff. So, would it backfire, or would it work positively for Takahashi? Because, you know, when it came to the Canadian election, Trump's they used Trump's message against him, whatever Trump said, backfiring on Trump, and that brought about McCartney. So Trump said that if he didn't threaten Canada with tariffs, and also making sure that he's going to annex it, take Canada as a 51st state, well, McCartney wouldn't have the chance or a good message to fly on to win the election. However, so whatever he made, and the statement that he made backfired. But now, with he endorsing Takahashi on Sunday's election, is it going to backfire? Is it going to work in her interest? Because people look at Trump and some of the things that he's doing, and they think, nah, we don't want to be part of that. So if the populace, who are going to be the ones voting, say they don't want to know, then what happens? But if the threats against the country, that if you don't, then tariffs are coming, and that will make them vote for Takahashi, then maybe that will work. But who knows? Come Sunday, we'll see. So Monday, don't you worry, we'll bring you all the analysis on that front. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio, okay? Let's take a quick break. We come back. I'll be taking you to no other place but yes, to Africa. All right, then. Stay tuned and not touch the dial.
Call the studio now.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medasse. Hi there. Are you dreaming of owning your own house in Ghana? Then you will need a well-documented piece of land that is free from troubles. I highly recommend My Africa Property for any size of land that you will need. With My Africa Property, lands are available in Prampram, Sopoli, Tohenia, Ogome, Dodova, Winneba, and many other locations at affordable prices. These locations are about an hour away from the airport, only 35 minutes from the motorway, 10 minutes drive from Central University College, 10 minutes drive to the beach, and close to Prampram Senior High School and Ghana Men's Soccer Center of Excellence. For more details, visit our website www.myafricaproperty.com or call our UK office on 0208 123 2523. For our US and Canada offices, call us on +1 585 184 994145. You can also email us at ghana@myafricaproperty.com.
Archie on Starr Radio. Nobody does it better. Starr Radio. Radio for the people, by the people.
Welcome back to the program. This is Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London, bringing the time now to 12:17. And I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Exactly at 12:30, we'll be having our Money Man. And as I just said, today we're going to be looking at this guy's remuneration. What it is, why it's topical now. So if you own blah blah blah, there's a lot more factors, risk factors that come to that. But if you own an umbrella company or you belong to an umbrella company or anything of the sort, well, you got to listen to us because it will be of particular help to you. All right then. Okay, let's move on. At 18 minutes past 12, so we've got another 12 minutes going to Africa to have a look at some more stories there. It is all coming your way from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. As we say on this platform, if you have any issues pertaining to your account, you see the program, the bar line running underneath the broadcast. Yes, get in touch with Mr. Dan Tabiri. And yes, CIL Accountancy Services. Yes. What did I say? My apologies. GIL Accountancy Services. I think I need a bit of coffee. Hey, producer, can I have a bit of coffee, please? Yes. I know. They'll organize that for me in a moment. Yeah, GIL Accountancy Services. The CEO, Mr. Dan Tabiri, and the team, they will see to it. So get in touch with them. Yes. Just email them at dan@gilaccountants.com or call this number 079 612 48834. 079 612 48834. And he will hold your hand to guide you so you don't find yourself in that wilderness of taxation. Oh, you don't want that. When the tax master is after you. Woo-hoo! All right then. But wherever you are, Starr Radio, okay, we make sure that we bring you everything that you need to know. So, got another 10 minutes and let's move on to Africa. Yeah. Well, information coming through. Fishermen fleeing, elephants killed by crocodile in Zambia. So why doesn't somebody shoot at it? A 52-year-old fisherman has died after being attacked by a crocodile while fleeing a herd of elephants in Zambia. It's like a rock and a hard place, right? Just bear with me. All right, so now it says that Dean Yirenda was returning from a fishing trip with two friends on Wednesday when they bumped into the elephants. They ran away with Nyirenda diving into a stream near the Luangwa River. Oh boy, he went to the terrain. That is when he was attacked by a crocodile by biting his right thigh. Phew. Local police chief Robertson Mwemba told journalists the southern African country had a thriving elephant population, and clashes between humans and wildlife have claimed many lives in recent years. Now, police said Nyirenda had managed to escape the crocodile by hitting it with a stick which he had in his hand. He dragged himself from the stream, said Mwemba. His two fellow fishermen who had been watching from a distance went to help him and carried him from the river bank while he was bleeding heavily. The ZNBC, the Zambia news broadcast station, has said they tried to stop the bleeding, but unfortunately he died, added the police. Wildlife officers later visited the scene and found deeper bite marks on the fisherman's right thigh, which had led to the fatal bleeding. Well, Luangwa River, which flows through Zambia's South Luangwa National Park, is home to one of the highest concentration of Nile crocodiles in Africa, according to conservationists. Now, conservationists. Okay. Now, of the 26 wildlife-related deaths recorded in 2023, 15 were caused by crocodile attacks, most of them along the Luangwa River, according to Resource Africa, a community-led conservation NGO. May his soul rest in perfect peace, away to die. Woo! Oh boy. All right then. Well, in other stories making the rounds there as well. Now, you remember the Chagos Island? Well, Trump says the US has backed the UK's deal to hand over the Chagos Island to Mauritius and lease back a key military base. Downing Street has told reporters on Thursday Donald Trump signaled his approval for the move, describing Sir Keir Starmer's agreement as the best he could make. It comes just a few weeks after the US president prompted fears in Whitehall that he will withdraw his support after he branded the deal an act of great stupidity. Well, the question is, this is a person, or is this a person on whom you can rely on? Because today, when he's happy, when you are massaging his ego, he says, yeah, that is good. The same thing tomorrow, because maybe you said something that is contrary, or then he says, what you did is so stupid. And catch my drift? Okay, I wouldn't want to go on because of our time. But Trump's comment led to additional talks between officials to confirm continued American support for the agreement, which will impact the future of a joint UK-US base. The deal, originally announced last year, will see the UK transfer sovereignty of the Chagos Island while leasing back the joint military base on the largest island, Diego Garcia, for initial 99 years. During a conversation on Thursday, the two leaders agreed on the importance of the deal to secure the base, Downing Street said. A spokeswoman said they agreed the UK and US will continue to work closely on the implementation of the deal. In a post on his Twitter social platform earlier on Thursday, Trump wrote that his discussion with Keir had been very productive. If he spoke to you, then it's very, very productive. If anyone else says anything, that is absolute stupidity. Excuse my word for this morning, but it's not me. I didn't say that. The US president who uttered those words. And today, he's saying something different from that. Okay, let's move on. 5 minutes on. Paul Kagame. Rwandan President Paul Kagame has urged his country to be more self-reliant on Thursday, as calls mount in the United States to impose more sanctions over his involvement in the conflict in DR Congo. The tiny Great Lakes nation has come under increasing international pressure over its support for the M23 armed group, which last year captured vast swaths of the neighboring Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. A peace deal between Rwanda and DRC, brokered by the US President Donald Trump, was signed in Washington last year, but only days after the M23 seized another major city, Uvira. There was bipartisan support at the US House of Foreign Affairs subcommittee on January 22 for more sanctions on Rwanda. Speaking at an event in Rwanda capital Kigali on Thursday, Kagame appeared to respond with an insistence on the country's autonomy. We have committed ourselves to be self-reliant so that our existence will not depend on luck or on goodwill of others who might choose to help us today and withdraw tomorrow. Catch my drift? Sam Kagame, who often speaks in a very roundabout manner. Yeah, he wants to lay emphasis, so you have to go roundabout. Now, self-reliance, therefore, is our main priority, he said in a clip shared on official presidency X account. Now, it's quite interesting because if you look at such development from there, you find out that, like I said, I've been saying, players love you when you are playing. When you stop playing, they think, yeah, we don't get nothing out of this person, let's get rid of him. Or if they find out that you are somehow compromising whatever thing that they are eyeing or they are getting some relief from, then they see you now as an enemy. So, what do you think? But I've been saying this, African leaders and all those there, I've been saying that they need to try and find ways and means to trade amongst themselves. But do they? They never do. They don't. They want to rely, let them bring us some support. And that kind of thing. But now, I think they are waking up to smell the coffee. trade amongst yourselves. Don't sabotage each other. Well, a word to a wise is always enough, right? It's all coming away from Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. And we're going to be taking one other story, and then we'll have Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GL Accountancy Service, our money man, joining in. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. In Nigeria as well, Showore has said human rights activist Omoyele Showore has condemned the president of the United States of America, Donald Trump, for recognizing Nigeria's First Lady Oluremi Tinubu at the Washington, D.C. prayer breakfast on Thursday. Showore, in a post made on his social media account, described Trump's action towards Nigeria's First Lady as shameless hypocrisy. Recall that during the prayer breakfast in the U.S., Trump had acknowledged Mrs. Tinubu's presence among key global faith leaders present at the event. The prayer breakfast is an event that brings together clerics, policymakers, and political leaders for prayers and deliberation on actionable points on leadership and good governance. Speaking at the event, recognized by Mrs. Tinubu as a pastor in Nigeria's biggest church, he said, "We are honored to be joined by today by the First Lady of Nigeria, who also happens to serve as a Christian pastor at the largest church in Nigeria, a very respected woman." Woo! I rest my case there. Well, they've been praying, right? Yeah, that's why all the actions are good, right? Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Starr Radio UK. Now let's touch on this one, and then we will go to Mr. Dan Tabiri, or the line is ready for him. At the moment, the lines are all shut, so if you call in, you cannot, we will not pick the call, but Mr. Tabiri is now getting himself ready to join in. Now, renaming Kotoka Airport. The majority leader, Mahama Yariga, and the Transport Minister, Joseph Bukari Nikpe, have confirmed that Kotoka International Airport will be renamed Accra International Airport. The name, which has been in place for about 57 years, will be reverted to the airport's original designation, which has received far less attention, is the cause of such a change. In cities and countries where airport names have been changed, the process is typically accompanied by a detailed publicly disclosed budget. Now, this is often presented separately by city authorities, parliament, and the airport operator. Now, the aim is to provide a clear breakdown of costs, funding, sources, and to ensure that passengers are not indirectly charged through high airport service fees to finance the exercise. Now, local advertising and branding experts in Accra estimate that the renaming of the international airport could cost between $2 million and $5 million. Is there a need for us to spend that amount? As the former executive director of the Advertising Association of Ghana, Frank Dazi, put it, we're looking at between $2 million and $5 million to be able to effectively do this. But we also have to bear in mind that it might not be a full-scale rebranding, but a name change. The estimate is broadly consistent with international experience. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Starr Radio UK. We're going to take a break, and once we come back, we'll be having our money man joining in. So wherever you are, don't even think of touching the dial. This is Starr Radio UK, and I remain yours sincerely, the one and only Archie. Stay tuned and don't touch the dial.
Hi guys, this is your friend Uruj from SendWave. SendWave is a money transfer app that is used by people all over the world to send money to their loved ones in Africa. With SendWave, you can send money to Ghana, Nigeria, Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And the best part is, SendWave is absolutely commission free. Our exchange rates are excellent. You can see for yourself by checking them out on our website. So how do you use SendWave? SendWave is an app that you can download onto your phone from the App Store or Google Play Store. The app is free to download. After downloading it, just open the app and enter your name, email, and phone number. That's it. You're good to go. Make sure you use the promo code SR. S for Star, R for Radio. This promo code will give you £5 free credit to send to Africa on your first transaction. Your money will be delivered to your recipient within seconds. Feel free to call me on 0749 7377 647 at any time. I'll be happy to tell you all about SendWave and help you in any way I can. Remember to use the promo code SR for £5 free credit. Medase.
Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Everywhere you go, Afrobeat reggae dancer taking over. Yo, what's up, people? This is a boy Raskin Bobo One. Tune in every day, every night at the Star Radio UK with the big man them Archie. When I say order, you say fire.
Let me say good afternoon and once again, welcome back to the program. This is Star Radio UK, and I know it is now time for us to take you where? To the Money Hour with our own Mr. Dan Tabiri, who is the CEO of GIL Accountancy Services. Yes? And he's with us this afternoon. Let me say, Mr. Tabiri, good afternoon to you, sir.
Good afternoon to you, Archie. It's a pleasure coming your way.
Yes, sir. How are you doing, sir?
Very well. I'm good by God's grace.
We thank God for that. After the self-assessment expiration, the 31st, we had information coming through saying it was talking about up to about 100,000 people, individuals who didn't file that.
That's correct. Yes. So usually it's around that number. So these are people who either not bothered, or who are forgotten, or simply do not know what to do.
Interesting, but like we've been saying here, if you don't know what to do, we got what you have to do right before you, and that is listening to Mr. Dan Tabiri and contacting GIL Accountancy Services. So today we are moving on. You don't want to be indebted to the HMRC. I know those who didn't file their returns are going to be paying £100 for there, but when it comes to there is another bit where you are bringing in today where we're going to be discussing, and that's disguised remuneration. Yes. It's quite an interesting one. What is all that about, sir?
Yeah, so disguised remuneration has been around, an issue has been around for some time. And recently this week, the HMRC has dispatched some letters to various individuals. And mostly these are people who would have used umbrella companies in the past. When R35 reared its head, and people had to find different ways of working, so R35 came in when people who were effectively working as employees overnight, a tax avoidance scheme came in where people now open companies and they used to trade through their companies. And that meant that from, let's say they go to work on Friday as an employee, on Monday they turn up to do the same job, but this time they are coming as a limited company. And that is what HMRC sought to clamp down. Because what happens is that working through a limited company, there is no national insurance payable. Yeah. And HMRC clamped that down. Now, to get around that problem, HMRC allowed what we call umbrella companies for people to work through umbrella companies. So if you couldn't work through your own personal service company, you were allowed to work through umbrella companies. And umbrella companies deducted your taxes and paid it over to HMRC.
Okay.
Now, when that situation arose, some clever people decided to come up with a scheme, a tax avoidance scheme. And some of these tax avoidance schemes now have resulted, over the last 10 years or so, so many tax inquiries, and a lot of people have been, that have used some of these schemes, have found themselves have been pay back loads and loads of money, and the stress and the anxiety, mental health implications and all that, because some of these brown letters that come through the door, it's scary and it's haunting some people, and some people decide even not to open them at all for the sake of their mental health, and this has gotten worse. I've got so many examples of people approaching me with some of these horror stories. I thought, let's deal with this on our Money Hour and see and point people to some of the dangers around, and to educate ourselves on some of these issues, which are very, very important.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK. If you are in the UK, you work under an umbrella company, or you have anything of that sort, now we have a money man who is addressing this issue. What it does is it picks topical issues to bring your way, knowing, because being in the field, he knows exactly what is going on in there, and try to give you enough information so you can better prepare yourself, or if need be, you have to make a move, you make a move before you are caught up in the trap of the HMRC. You don't want to do so. So, Mr. Tabiri, what is it all about, sir?
Right. Okay. So, this guy's remuneration simply is where work or earnings that we get from work that we do is paid or structured to look in a form that is not taxable. So payments structured to look not as rewarding work. These are sometimes often seen rooted loans, trusts, offshore entities or third parties. And HMRC at the moment is currently focusing heavily on some of these arrangements. That some of these schemes sometimes are as client or approval, even in the face of most cases, long-standing HMRC opposition. So there are people who promote these schemes, charge, get paid for it.
I see.
Sometimes they leave you, by the time they sell you this, it's going to save you money, tax, and that's why a lot of people go for it, not knowing or understanding any risk, but later on they end up in a situation where those people have taken their money and they are gone. Then once HMRC starts making inquiries,
you find yourself in trouble.
A huge tax bill to pay.
Oh boy!
This week, like I said, HMRC have sent so many letters out to various people, and I've got one of the letters in front of me that was sent to a client. I'm just going to read portions of that letter, just a little section, so that you understand some of the issues, even before we go into detail of some of the issues affecting this guy's remuneration. Okay, so I'll just read a couple of paragraphs for us to get a grasp of the issues and some of the letters that is some of the things that go out and might affect you. Okay, so it says, I wrote, Dear XXX, I wrote to you last year to let you know the government had announced a new independent review of the loan charge. I told you how we believe the review might relate to you based on the information we had. Okay, it says the government has published the review's findings and its response to them. The government has accepted all but one of the review's recommendations and in some areas has gone further. As part of this, it has announced a new settlement opportunity to encourage more customers to come forward and settle their outstanding loan charge liabilities. Okay, it says then what this means for you. I've considered the government's response to the review and the information we currently hold. I believe the findings will affect some of your disguised remuneration arrangements. if you take up the new settlement opportunity, it means your final tax liability will be less than the amount you would pay under the current loan charge rules. Starting in spring 2026, we'll be contacting all customers over a period of time to explain the process for settling under the new opportunity. I will continue to be your agent. When I write about this, I will say in the okay, there's this what you don't need to put and let you know that you are interested. Okay. So this is the specification to everybody that they think may have used a disguised remuneration scheme. So anybody who used an umbrella company who has been found to have used any of these schemes in the past, they send out these letters. And then they expect people to come up. If they haven't reached out to you, they expect people to own up and say, I think I've used this scheme, and therefore can I have a settlement arrangement to pay any taxes that have been underdeclared. So this is a typical letter, and some people will get this, then they will start worrying that the taxman is on to them. Yeah, so it's important that we understand what disguised remuneration is about.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GI Accountancy Services, and today we are looking at disguised remuneration. Do you have an umbrella company? Is somebody luring you to say, you know what, we can do that, and then it will save you from paying too huge taxes. But hey, you find yourself later on that you are owing and the tax master is after you. But Mr. Tabiri is here to explain everything to you and what measures you have to take if you find yourself in that, like he's just read a letter to us from a client. So let's move on. So again, now you talk about the loan. You talk about some payments that are made in the form of a loan or a trust. And so how can you break it down a bit for those of our listeners who are not in there yet, so they don't get exactly what you're talking about there, please?
Right. Okay. So the most popular one now, or the ones that I know at the moment that is going around, that is more of a risk, is a disguised remuneration loan, or what we call the loan charge. So for some people, when they joined the umbrella company, the scheme that they were sold to them was, if let's say your salary was £100 in a month or in a week or whatever the payment period is, the scheme that was sold to them was that we will only pay you 20% as your salary for that month. The other 80%, instead of declaring it as a salary, you pay tax on it, we will pay it to you as a loan from us.
Oh, okay.
So you receive every month, you receive 2 payments in your bank account. You receive the £20 as your main salary, and they give you a pay slip for that, and you pay the tax
on the 20
£20. And then they will pay you another 80%. Out of that 80%, it is paid to you as a loan. But you will not get all the 80%, which means they will take maybe something like 5% or 10% of it.
Of the 80 pounds.
£80. But remember, the tax rate is about 20%. So even if they take 10%, you save yourself tax of 10%. 10%,
that's
how they'll sell it to you. So it's a tax saving to you. And so you get 70% into your bank account instead of 80% less the tax that you would have paid on that amount. And that have been going on for some time. People have received it, so it means that the amounts that they have earned, they have underdeclared tax on it. And HMRC, this is the kind of arrangement that has been sold to people.
So how far back is the HMRC going on this issue then?
They're going as far back as it was started. So
Wow.
yeah, they're going as that because HMRC challenged the scheme in court and won the case, and so they can go as far back as necessary. There's no time limit on it.
Wow. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I say it all the time, in the abundance of water, it's only the fool who is thirsty. We have our money man here. He's giving you all the necessary information. So if you find yourself wanting when it comes to this issue, that is this guy's remuneration, please, immediately, but not whilst it's on though, but you can start sending your emails. If you look at the broadcast that is going on, those of you watching us live, you have the banner running beneath it. Yes, the ticker running beneath it. Get all the contact details there and get in touch with him. After the program, he's going to get in touch with you. All right, Mr. Tabiri, let's move on. Why is it okay, what are the risk factors with this place?
Right. So HMRC have set up a dedicated office because this is so widespread. HMRC have set up a dedicated office with staff allocated to look into this, make inquiries, and recoup all the revenue. It's a high priority enforcement area at the moment. We can see significant historic liabilities often spanning 10 to 20 years. And these are also attracting interest and penalties, which compound the exposure that people face. And it is a huge problem. It would result in, because going back 10 years.
10 years.
If you've used that scheme, a lot of them at the moment are not around because HMRC have clamped down on it. A lot of people use them for at least 5 to 10 years without knowing what's their risk.
Wow.
Risk factors were.
Wow.
So that's the major one. There are others as well. Generally, the idea is that we all need to be careful with regards to what is sold to us. There are always what are called red flags. There are always red flags. If it feels too good to be true, I would say be careful.
Yeah.
These promoters, what happens is that they promote the scheme. They tell you this is the first thing they will tell you is that HMRC has approved this scheme for use, and because there's a register of schemes that if somebody is using a tax avoidance scheme, they're supposed to register it with HMRC to check it first and approve it. So they are taking advantage of this, even when it has not been approved. And sell these schemes as approved schemes. So it's important, if anybody is selling this for you, you need to contact HMRC to check this out, that indeed this scheme has been approved and you are okay to use it.
Wow.
That's very, very important. Any scheme that is sold to you as loans or advances or grants instead of remuneration, please, that's a red flag to stay away from it. If your take-home pay significantly claims any scheme that gives you a take-home pay that is significantly above what you call market norms, please, that's a red flag. You have to stay away from.
Wow, listeners. If I didn't say this is scary, then I'm lying. But this is very, very scary. And if you found yourself in this debacle, please get in touch with Mr. Dan Tabiri. As I've been saying, GIL Accountancy Services, and they will help you out on that front. Okay, so you did talk about the letter when you read it was talking about maybe individuals now going to another payment terms with the HMRC. So somebody finds themselves in that situation. How would they go about it?
Okay, so now as per this letter, they have reviewed the situation and they see how widespread it is. And really, some people are victims.
Yeah.
And I think the government recognizes that. But it wants people to come forward themselves, settle this. And once so they've opened the channel for a settlement arrangement. So if you've gone through this and you come forward and say, I think I use this scheme, then they would waive any penalty or interest charges and come to a sensible arrangement where you can pay these amounts that
you are owing
in a way that is easier on you, easier on your finances. So it's like an open window. I call it an amnesty.
Okay.
For people to come forward if you've used this, so that HMRC can assess the liabilities that you are supposed to pay, and then it can be settled amicably.
Surrender before you are apprehended. Okay. That's quite interesting. But if somebody, let's say somebody was working under an umbrella company, and then let's say 5 years ago decided to just now let me go to full-time employment and abandon that, and they are they and I don't know, because when people are doing that, do they use companies to register under the umbrella companies? Do they?
No,
they don't. So
you can't register companies
under
they work in their own
names
under the umbrella company, because remember, because of IR35, they can't use their
company.
Anymore.
Yeah.
And so these umbrella companies, then they got a lot of people under them, and then people saw an opportunity because of the lack of awareness, because most of the people who this affected are generally care workers.
Yeah.
And these care workers are not very aware of their tax obligations. The UK tax system, as we know it now, is a very high tax regime.
Yeah.
So if somebody tells you that can help you to save tax, definitely it's very enticing, very, very appealing, and then I can understand how people are sold into this. But excuse me to say that a lot of our people fell for this. The moment we hear free money, we jump onto it without thinking. And I can understand there are financial pressures everywhere, and in such a climate, that is when some of the promoters thrive the most in the high tax regimes, because people would want to find ways and means of reducing their tax bill. And if someone sells them something that is labeled as approved by HMRC, then people go for it.
Wow.
But the dangers are out there as well, so we need to be aware.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, Starr Radio UK, your favorite African and Caribbean radio station in London. I'm bringing the time now to 12:56. We'll be running up pretty soon, but we'll still have once you have such a issue going on, or the HMRC coming out with something of the sort, then we have the scammers also coming in, who will be either bombarding you with calls or emails to say that, you know what, we have a way of dealing with that, blah blah. So what should people be cautious of now with this going on as well?
Well, really, to stay safe. Staying safe means that just be aware of disguised remuneration. Any pay that is dressed up as something else. Listen, you go to work, traditional pay is you go to work at the end of the day, or at the end of the week, or at the end of the month, you get paid a salary. You know what you're earning, that salary, you have to pay tax on it. Tax, all the deductions, necessary deductions that need to be made are made. You are given your pay slip. And money is put into your bank account. Any arrangement that tries to circumvent this kind of structure is dangerous.
Okay.
Anything that tries to say that we can give you extra pay is a red flag. So you just need to be careful. Let someone check it for you, or call HMRC helpline. They will be very helpful to look at it for you, to make sure it is safe. as we say, prevention is better than
cure. Yeah.
Right from the onset, you need to cover yourself. You need to check it. You need to get someone. You don't, because tax is complex.
Yeah.
I don't blame individuals who don't know when they are being sold a scam. And so it's always important to have professionals like us to reach out to or call on to check things over for you. That is the only way you can stay safe. Otherwise, when HMRC comes onto the scene, these people would have disappeared and they will not be around to help you to answer any queries that is asked of you. So please, let's all be aware of some of these things. If it's too good to be true, I'll say be careful.
Yeah. If it's too good to be true, do diligence to it and make sure that you have the right people advising you or looking into it. Tax is complex. That's what the money man has said. And that is why you have the money man himself who holds your hand, directs you, you ask them the question, and GIL Accountancy Services make sure that whatever step that you are making or taking is the right course, so that tomorrow it doesn't come back to bite you on the backside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go back to Mr. Tabiri so that he'll run up our conversation and then we can bring the program to close. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you very much, Archie. So this is very important. If you've used an umbrella company in the past, look at your arrangements again. There's an opportunity to remedy the situation before it gets worse. There's an opportunity for settlement. A window for settlement has been opened for you to be able to reach out and settle any issues or any liabilities that you've got in the past that might come back later to bite you. That settlement arrangement is more friendly and easier for you to handle. Always what I would say is that when those brown envelopes come, please don't shy away from opening them. Please open them. Have a look at what is in there. If you are unsure of what it's saying, or it's all mambo jumbo to you, or too much information in there that you don't understand, please reach out to me or reach out to any professional that you have in your circles. I'm happy to speak to you. My contact telephone number is 079 6124 8834. 079 6124 8834. And I'll definitely go through with you. It's unfortunate that when you find yourself in such a situation, it's going to be very costly in terms of the time and effort that you have to put in to resolve this issue. But like we say, a stitch in time saves nine. So it's better to deal with it. Don't bury your head in the sand, because it will never go away or disappear. You need to confront the issue. And the way to do it is to speak to an advisor to help you.
Wow. Thank you very much, Mr. Tabiri. Now, if you have received any of the brown envelopes and you are scared and all those panicking, well, and you think that it's going to affect your mental health or anything of the sort, please, as his advice, don't just say, I'm not going to open it. Let it be there. You are sweeping the dust underneath the carpet or the rubbish underneath the carpet. By the time you say Jack, it becomes a mountain that is too difficult for you to walk or cross over. So please make sure you get in touch with Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GIL Accountancy Services, our money man, or you can email him dan@gilaccountant.com. That's accountant with an S, or call 07961248834 and he will be of help to you. Mr. Tabiri, before you go, hello, sir.
Hello.
Yes. Final words, please.
Yeah. So we continue to look at pertinent issues arising on every Friday at 12:30. And hopefully we will bring something new that is beneficial to you, that will help you put some money in your pocket or save you some cash, or if anything at all, if for nothing at all, educate ourselves on various pertinent issues around our taxes, around our accounts, and our general well-being. financially. So please don't turn that dial away. Keep the dial stayed on Starr Radio UK.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tabiri. It's been a pleasure always having you on, giving us or educating us and putting some money in our pockets. We'll catch up later, sir.
Thank you. It's been a pleasure as always.
All right then. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mr. Dan Tabiri, CEO of GL Accountancy Services for you. And today we'll look at this guy's remuneration. So if you have any issues, as we said, or as his advice, please get in touch with him and he will see to address it for you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is where I have to bring the program to a close for this. Today is gone 3 minutes past the top of the hour. God willing, Monday we're going to be coming back if we are still alive. Well and kicking. Well, we'll be telling you more about what Trump's endorsement of Takashi, that is the Prime Minister of Japan, did. Did it give her the momentum? Did it give her the victory? Or that would have ruffled her feathers and opposition would have... Let's see what happens on that front. But ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure always coming your way, because without you, we cannot be here. And with you, we are able to get to the skies. Starr Radio UK. Until I come your way on Monday, I say have a wonderful weekend and make sure you stay safe in all ways. All right then. We take the commercial break, and when it ends, you don't hear from me. Then it's been me, Archie, saying have a wonderful day. I'm out like that. Bye. Hey, Charlie. You're on your way to Ghana. Boy, oh boy. You stressed out. Tired? Go, you're going to be resting. Okay, then let me recommend to you JN Mobile Spa in Accra, Ghana. Oh boy. JN Mobile Spa, they provide organic care in massage. Are you stressed? Do you need rejuvenated, etc.? For your facials, maybe exfoliating, firming, and lifting? Then contact JN Spa on 00233 244 941 002 or 00233 2006 06386, and they will be right there on time. JN Mobile Spa, your health and beauty needs at your doorstep.
Thanks for listening. Thanks for listening.